I would like to preface this video by saying that the basis of your financial future begins somewhere along these lines. In order for you to be financially free, you need to develop a better relationship with money. And like any other relationship in your life, this will require some commitment, patience, and most importantly, you need to keep an open mind. Having said that, let's jump right into it. How many times has this story played out? A person with no money somehow receives a large amount of money and they live life to the fullest only to realize that their life isn't as good as they thought it was and money didn't make them as happy as they thought they would be. In fact, sometimes they end up much less happy than before they got the money. Or how many stories have we heard about famous people who make millions of dollars and then shortly after they have nothing? Of course, these examples are pretty extreme, but it cannot be denied that at some point we all run into problems with money, either because we don't have enough or because we make too much, taxes. Given these scenarios, most people are quick to point out the same thing. Money is the root of all evil. But this couldn't be farther from the truth. Money is simply a representation of value used as a medium for exchange. For example, in a situation, let's replace money with the thing that we normally exchange it with the most, time. After all, time is money. If you give anyone an infinite amount of time, people will generally do with it what they want. And this isn't in itself inherently good or evil. Society is usually quick to point out that when someone does a bad thing, it's because they had too much time on their hands, as if being busy 24/7 was a good thing. As understanding people, we're able to choose what to do with our time whenever we want. Some people choose to be productive, some people choose to just let time fly by. And neither of those people are inherently good or evil. They understand that the outcome of their life will entirely depend on how they choose to spend their time. And that's the key to understanding money. Understand that money has no power over you or anyone else. We let ourselves be consumed with what money has done for other people and what it can be done for us. In other words, we become consumed by consumerism. So here are the 5 basic lessons that I've learned that have helped me develop a much better relationship with money. Number 1, having money isn't everything. Not having it is. Kanye West said that. Despite the fact that I don't normally take financial advice from people whose main job it is to entertain me, I think Kanye really said this better than anyone else. To have a better relationship with money, we first need to stop chasing it and understand that there are 2 ways to acquire money. First, and obviously, is to earn it as an income. And secondly, it's the one less discussed, save the money that you already have. It's a lot easier to save the money that you already have than it is to go out and acquire new money. But society only ever teaches us that earning money is the best way. Statistically speaking, this isn't the case. A study was conducted that found that 1 in 4 families that are earning $150,000 a year are still living paycheck to paycheck. Lesson number 2. Subscribe to this channel so that you get the best self-improvement content. I'm messing around. But if you guys really did subscribe, it would help me out a ton. Like this video while you're down there. And in the comments, tell me what kind of content you guys want to see. Let's get on with the lesson. Money talk is normal talk. I don't know why talking about money, at least here in the US, it's seen as such a taboo subject. If you don't believe me, go and ask any friend or family member how much money they make. You're probably going to get one of those awkward responses that are going to be like, oh, I make around 50,000. I make around 120,000. But we all spend an unreasonable amount of time calculating just how much money we actually make, down to the pennies sometimes. So every time someone gives you a ballpark figure, just understand that that's because they're uncomfortable. Because after all, what's the difference between telling someone that you make $50K a year versus $52K and $500? It doesn't really make sense. But of course, do this. But if you want to make people really awkward, ask one of your coworkers that same question. Although actually do this at your own risk, because at least in the state where I live in, it is illegal for companies that you work for to prevent you from talking about wages with fellow coworkers. But if you do want to build a better relationship with your money, you need to talk about it. Lesson number 3, avoid lifestyle creep. Just because you earn more money, that doesn't mean you need to spend more money. Companies will be the first ones to exploit our ego by telling us that we deserve to buy ourselves nice things. But the uncomfortable truth is that the only thing you deserve is the money that you earned. You have to understand that these companies' biggest goal is to separate you from the money that you have earned. You work really hard for your money. So why trade it for things that'll only provide you with temporary pleasure? Number 4, stop trading your time for money. People have this misconception that the only way to make money is by working a 9-to-5 job, where the money that you earned is directly related to the hours that you worked. And while I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, it's actually very common, I just want to point out that there is other ways to make money. In fact, this is a very limiting way to make money, because look at it this way. Let's say you ask your boss for a raise. Even if you did get that raise, it won't be so substantial that it alone will change your current financial situation. And the reason why this isn't a good way to make money is because it really isn't scalable. Even if you somehow manage to gain an infinite amount of energy and you could work 18 hours a day for 7 days a week, you'd still eventually run out of time. After all, there's only 24 hours in a day, so eventually you're gonna run out of day. Instead, I suggest you trade money for your skills. I'm sure you've all heard, if you're good at doing something, don't do it for free. And a good way to have a second source of income is to use one of your already acquired skills and monetize it. And finally, number 5, I would like to again touch on a subject I talked about earlier. It's extremely important to understand that money is valuable and time is money. Therefore, you need to learn to value your time. In order to build a better relationship with money, you need to first value how you earn it. For example, let's consider a hypothetical person who lives in Los Angeles and works a minimum wage job. The same person is at home and feels hungry. So they hop on whatever their favorite food ordering delivery service is, and they order a Big Mac meal from McDonald's. And a medium Big Mac meal from McDonald's on Postmates costs $9.39. Tax and fees, $5.38. The delivery fee is $5.99. This imaginary person's total is $20.76. For this one meal, this person has spent 1 hour and 22 minutes of their life. If I asked this person to go into work, and instead of paying him with money, we'd give him a Big Mac meal, do you think this same person would accept that? Would you? Try to see every monetary transaction as a transaction of time so that we can better value the money that we already have. So that concludes my 5 lessons, and I really hope you guys try these out and hopefully stick to them. I hope I've been at least some financial help to you guys and you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys take these lessons into consideration. I do believe that above all else, everyone deserves to be financially free. If you guys did enjoy this video and you guys like my comment and you guys like my content, please hit that subscribe button. And while you're down there, hit the like button. And in fact, that's how you make the like button financially free. You turn it blue by clicking on it. So see you guys in the next one.